had a lovely day. I have, thank you. And if you haven't, before we start the video, please like and subscribe down below. Okay, so for tonight's story, I'm going to be reading you guys Bambi. Now, I'm pretty sure we all love Bambi. I mean, who doesn't? She's so cute. And all of her friends too. Okay, so this is Bambi, and Bambi is a Walt Disney book. Let's start. I hope you're all tucked up in their pyjamas, ready for bed, with those listening ears on. Okay. This story is of Bambi. You can read along with me in your book. You will know it is time to turn the page when you hear the chimes ring, like this. Oh, okay guys, so this is a read along book, but unfortunately I don't have the disc anymore, so I will just be reading it to you. It was a spring and the forest was alive with news. Everyone was excited. It's happened, have you heard? Over the thicket, come and see. A magpie flew by Old Owl, who was taking a daily nap. Woke up, friend owl, the young prince is born. Come on, you better hurry. Can you see those photos? Beautiful pictures. Now, Owl preferred to spend the day at home, fast asleep. But when he heard the news, he woke right up and flew to the thicket. After all, it isn't every day a young prince is born. As the animals quietly approached the shady glen, they saw a newborn baby deer sleeping by his proud mother. She gently nudged the tiny fawn and whispered, "Wake up, you have visitors." The fawn slowly opened his eyes. Then he got up, his new legs still shaky, and looked around curiously at the creatures who had come to admire him. A friendly baby rabbit named Thumper hopped over to the mother deer. "What are you going to call him?" Mother deer, I think I'll name him Bambi." Bambi, yeah, I guess that'll do. Then Thumper and the other visitors hopped and scampered away, leaving young Prince to nap. By the time summer came, Prince Bambi was strong enough to explore the forest with his mother. "Come along, Bambi," she said one morning. "It's time you learned and wait outside this thicket." The little fawn, his legs steady now, followed his mother out of the glen. "Hello, young prince." The chorus of voices came from above. Bambi looked up to see the possum family, hanging by their tails as possums do. He was puzzled. Who were these upside down folk? Bambi turned his head this way and that, trying to get a proper look at them. Another voice came from nearby. "Hi, Bambi." It was Thumper, who was eating clover with his family. "Let's go have some fun," suggested Little Rabbit. That seemed like a fine idea, so Bambi trotted off with Thumper. Can you see all those possums hanging upside down in the tree? The two friends came upon some birds perched on a low branch. Bambi started to stare at them closely. "Those are birds," explained Thumper. "Say bird?" Bambi took a deep breath. fruits can talk. Then a butterfly landed on Bambi's tail. Bird, he said, feeling very proud of himself. Thumper giggled. That's not a bird, that's a butterfly. Bambi shook his head in confusion. Then he saw more small, colourful things. Bending down, he sniffed at one. Butterfly, Thumper smiled. No, Bambi, those are flowers. It's pretty. Just then, out of the flowers, popped a black and white face with two bright eyes. Pretty flower, said Bambi. No one had ever called a skunk that before. Thumper rocked with laughter. The bashful little skunk just smiled. Oh, that's all right. He can call me Flower if he wants to. I don't mind, late summer. Bambi's mother took him to the meadow. She moved carefully and sniffed the wind. You must be very careful on this meadow, Bambi. Out there we are unprotected. There are no trees to hide us. When his mother was sure it was safe, she let Bambi bound out onto the grassy meadow. He was surprised to see a little girl fawn about his own age. Her name was Farlane, and she and Bambi soon become great friends. One day, in early fall, as Bambi and his friends were playing on the meadow, a mighty deer rushed out from the trees. It was the Forest King, and he signalled to everyone to leave the meadow. In the distance, Bambi could hear the loud, frightening noise of guns. Immediately, Bambi and his mother raced over for safety of the thicket. Bambi was frightened. When it became quiet again, he lifted his head. I don't understand, Mother. Why did we run? Bambi's mother was still utterly watched the path from the meadow. Then she turned to her son. Man was in the forest. One cold morning, Bambi awoke to a startling sight. Mother, what is all this white stuff? Why, it's snow. Winter has come to the forest. Bambi stepped out onto the thicket carefully and was surprised when his feet sank deep into the soft white snow. The fawn was delighted. The snow became a game. He pranced all about in the chilly air, leaving footprints in the snow. From a nearby pond, Thumper called to him. Hiya, Bambi! Come on over here. It's all right. See, the water's stiff. Bambi trotted confidently out onto the frozen pond. But as soon as his tiny hooves touched the ice, his hind legs slipped and down he crashed. Thumper laughed and laughed. You have to watch both ends at the same time. Bambi blinked his large eyes, got up carefully and slid across the ice to Thumper. Some fun, huh, Bambi? They had a wonderful time. The winter months passed slowly. Food became scarce, and Bambi's mother had to strip bark from the trees just to eat. Winter is sure long, isn't it, Mother? It seems long, but spring will be here soon. At last, the snow melted and spring came. Owl woke up from his nap. If it isn't the young prince, how fine you look! And you've grown a pair of antlers. Owl wasn't the only one who admired Bambi's new antlers. His childhood friend Farlene also thought they were fine. She had grown up too and was now a graceful and a lovely doe. She walked up to Bambi and touched noses. Owl had warned the young deer about this very thing. Bambi fell in love with Farlene. They twitter-pattered, muttered. Owl, as they watched Farlene and Bambi walk into the moonlight. Months passed again. Came a time when man entered the forest, bringing him with guns and fire, and went to see the edge to a tall cliff. Bambi sensed that something was wrong. Looking down, he saw a campfire and he was watched. A spark from that fire started some brush burning. The fire spread very quickly. Bambi hurried to warn Farlene and the other animals. They all raced out of the forest. Down from the trees ran the squirrels. From under the ground scurried the ground dogs. Away from their nest flew the birds. Bambi and Farlene joined the other creatures on a bank across the wide river. They all watched sadly as the flames destroyed their forest homes. But spring came again to I've lost where I am. But spring came again to the forest, and green grass and flowers covered the scars left by the fire. Once again the air was alive and with excitement. This time it was Friend Owl who spread the great news. Come quickly, everybody, to the thicket! And all the forest creatures rushed to see what was happening. There was Farlene resting quietly, with not one but two new fawns. Owl's great yellow eyes widened in surprise. Look, twins! And the hairline pair I've ever seen. Prince Bambi must be mighty proud. Rabbits and squirrels, raccoons and birds looked in at all. One of the baby fawns stood up on his wobbly legs. He trotted over to the clear space in the screen of the trees and peered through the bush towards the edge of the great cliff. There stood Bambi, his father, now king of the forest. Someday this young prince would grow up and become king, just like his father. And that's the end of tonight's story, guys. I hope you liked it and enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos and more stories. Now, if you want any stories reading to you, then don't forget to leave me a comment with the name of the story, and I will do my best to do the video for you. Now, I hope you're all ready, very, very sleepy, ready to go to sleep. Good night, guys. Bye.